What's up, y'all? My name is Mr. Canada and welcome to my math domain. This is going to be a follow-up video to simplifying radical expressions video that was posted earlier in the week. In this video, what I want to try to do is cover a couple of more examples that we can get a better understanding of, what are other strategies that we could use in case we're unsure about how to even start these problems. So one of the key ideas that I was explaining in the other video is that we want to make a factor tree in order to start breaking these down, right? So if you're unsure about how to start the factor tree, one method that I think is really helpful is take the number that you have. For example, let's say in this case it's 50, and start dividing it by 2, by 3, by 4, by 5, and pay attention to see if you are getting a whole number, because usually if you get a whole number, that more or less tells you that that number goes into that other number evenly. So for example, if you're not sure how to like split this up, right, my recommendation would be on your calculator, do like 50 divided by 2 and see if you get a whole number, which if you put this on a calculator, you will get a whole number of 25. Now, what does this tell you? Well, basically that tells you that 50 can be broken up into 2 and 25. So that's super useful. Now remember that this is a prime number, so we're going to go ahead and stop there. But the other number could still be broken up. So again, try that same strategy. If you're unsure about how to break up 25, you can just do 25 divided by 2. But if you do that, you're going to notice that on your calculator, you're going to get 12.5. So that's not a good number that's going to be dividing into it evenly. So try a different number. Maybe try 25 divided by 3. Now if you do this, you're going to notice that again, you're going to get another decimal, which I think in this case, what is that? 8.33 repeating. So again, you're not getting a whole number there. So again, if you do 25 divided by 4, again, you're going to notice on your calculator screen, you're not getting a whole number. But if you do 25 divided by 5, you're going to notice that you're going to get a whole number answer. So that basically is telling you that 25 can be split into 5 and 5. So this can be written this way. Now from here, 5 is a prime number, so we're going to go ahead and circle them. And remember what the last step is going to be. The last step is open up your square root. We're going to put the 2, the 5, and the 5, and then you're going to circle pairs of the same number. Remember, pairs is basically groups of 2. So here's a group of 2 right here. There's a group of 2 5s. Now for every group that you circle, you're basically simplifying it out. So for example, this simplifies out. We're going to put a 5 on the outside. And then anything you don't circle is going to stay on the inside. So that means the square root of 50 simplifies to 5 square root of 2. That's sort of the steps that you should follow in case you're absolutely not sure about how to start. Okay, so keep that strategy in mind because it's a really, really useful strategy. For example, look at this next one. What if you're not sure about how to start with 48? Well, try out my strategy. 48 divided by 2. And ask yourself, will it get me a whole number? Which if you put this on the calculator, it will. So that means that 48 can be split into 2 and 24. So 2 and 24. Now ask yourself how to split up 24. So again, what you can do is start from 2. 24 divided by 2. And if that doesn't work, then you do 24 divided by 3. And if that doesn't work, you keep going until you get a nice whole number. So in this case, if you do 24 divided by 2, you're going to get 12. So that's a good thing. So that means that 24 can be split into 2 and 12. And again, you go ahead and start with the next one. So 12 divided by 2, that should get you a whole number of 6. So that means that this should be split up into 2 and 6. And then 6 can be split up into 2 and 3. So notice how many prime numbers we have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 prime numbers. So we're going to open up square root. So 2, we have 4 2's. You want to make sure you get all of your prime numbers in there. You don't want to miss a single one. And then from here, again, start circling your pairs. So that's one group there, and that's another group there. That 3 doesn't have a group. So I'm going to simplify this out. 2 on the outside. Simplify this out. Another 2 on the outside. And that 3 stays on the inside. And remember, in the first video, I told you to not leave this answer this way. So multiply 2 times 2 to get your 4. So that means your final answer will be 4 square root of 3. So again, this is a very useful strategy in the off chance that you're absolutely not sure about how to start the problem or where to even start with the division. Divide by 2. If that gets you a whole number, great. Write that down. If it doesn't, divide by 3. Keep going until you get a nice whole number. And you'll know because it'll say on the calculator screen. Now with this last one, remember that if you have variables, you just want to keep the strategy absolutely the same. So that means you're going to split up the 8, which in this case would be 2 times 4. This could be split up into 2 times 2. Remember, the whole idea with this is that you're thinking about two numbers that multiply to get you whatever the radicand is. So in this case, 2 times 4 is 8, and then we're splitting up the 4. So now this is where it ends. This is 2, 2, and then 2. So square root of 2, 2, 2. And then remember what I was explaining on the other video. Basically, you look at the variable, you look at the exponent. Since this is x to the power of 2, I'm going to write out x 2 times. If it was x to the power of 3, I would write it out 3 times. So from here, you make your groups again. I can make a group right here, and I can make a group over here. So I simplify this out. I take a 2 on the outside. I take this out. I take an x on the outside, and I have a 2 that didn't get circled. That's going to stay on the inside. So this is your final answer. One more time. You're going to split up 12. Ask yourself, always ask yourself, what two numbers multiply to get you 12? If you're not sure, follow the strategy that I was showing before. In this case, we can say that this is 2 times 6. You might also say that it's 3 times 4, and that's also okay. You're going to end up getting the same prime numbers anyways. From here, it'll be 2 times 3. So let's say that you did 3 times 4. You're going to notice that you're still going to end up with 2 2's and 1 3. So square root of, you have 2 2's, you have a 3 in there. This time, this is x to the power of 3. So I'm going to write out x 3 times. And again, from here, we start making our groups. So we have a group right here, and we have a group over here. So I simplify this out, take a 2 on the outside, simplify this out, take an x on the outside. I have a 3 that's staying on the inside, and I have an x that's also staying on the inside. So this is my final answer, 2x square root of 3x. I hope you found this video useful. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below. As always, please take care, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.